According to the midterm review of the National Development Plan 3, results show that the country attained only 17% of the targets set in the plan halfway into its implementation. This weak performance is attributed to the challenges of COVID-19 and the existing of data gaps, full transitioning of the program approach, as well as weak planning and budgeting. The results also show a decline in economic growth from a target of 5.2% to an average of 4% in the first 2 years of the National Development Plan 3, which impacted the overall performance of the economy. The State Minister for Finance, Amos Lugolobi, stated that the nation must prioritize and address issues like the high cost of public administration if it's to attain the intended goal and objectives. He made this statement while speaking to the NPA workers at Kyankwanzi.
We are indebted even to our lender of last resort, the central bank. And once you are indebted to your lender of last resort, then it's a crisis. Because then you have nobody to run to, because it's your last lender of last resort, to a tune of 4.7 trillion shillings. So this has created a challenge that we have the budget, 52 trillion shillings, but underneath that budget, the cash is not there. And that's why we have run into. And that therefore means that we have to really sharpen our brains to see how we restore our cash situation.
According to Professor Pamela Mbabazi, the NPS chair, there were significant implementation issues with National Development Plan 3 that made it impossible for the program to be successfully executed due to the effects of the COVID-19.
Findings, just as a reminder, Madam, that were highlighted in the midterm review, that I would really like you to talk to us about honestly and guide us on what we need to do right and achieve the targets in our Ndp 4. And some of these are that overall, only 17% of the Ndp 3 results was achieved in the midterm review. Owing to various shocks, of course, we did experience COVID-19 and increasing commodity prices, but we did face a number of implementation challenges. Another major finding, Right Honourable Prime Minister, was that we need to all work together as one government, as one body, to see how we can improve the program coordination and ensure that there is increased staffing, there's increased resourcing, because that forms the core function of the implementation of all government programs. It was also noted, Right Honourable Prime Minister, that the revival of the partnership framework to enable us all partner and get it right in your office.
The government has already started the process of developing the National Development Plan 4, which will be more advantageous to the nation and address the major issue of debt burden. While presiding over the conclusion of the 2-week retreat, Prime Minister Robin Anabanja stated that the focus of the National Development Plan 4 should be on skilled workforce, preventive health, and a whole government approach strategy for economic success.
Ndp 4 needs to promote quality and appropriate education, which will enable us to exploit our existing huge human and natural resources potential. We need a population that is highly skilled, knowledgeable, and innovative. I want to thank the President, who has now gone into skilling, promoting sustainable development. We need to pursue socio-economic transformation in a sustainable manner. We need to protect our environment and mitigate climate change.
To help the economy to rebound, Amos Lugolobi insisted that government should orient the budget and target financing and investments to productive sectors of the economy and ensure fiscal discipline.
I've been tasked to lead a team to re-engineer the financing architecture of the budget. We need to get back to our traditional financials as well as new funding sources to make sure that we mobilize the necessary resources to finance the budget. Because more than often when we talk about a plan, we spend too much time in terms of where we are going to spend the money. And very little time, or no time at all, discussing where is the money going to come from to finance the budget. And it is increasingly becoming challenging with the current levels of high interest rates globally, where investors are actually moving into those markets that are deemed to be risk-free to invest their resources there.
The National Plan Authority is a government agency tasked with, according to harmonizing the nation's development planning, monitoring and evaluating public projects and programs, advising the presidency on policies and strategies for the nation's development, while collaborating with the private sector and the civil society to assess the performance of the government and fostering local capacity for both national and decentralized development planning. Ndp Iv, Kirimunda, Smart24 Business Today.